on, and a man killed himself. Wow, I'm not surprised. He was a billionaire, now he's sitting in the goddamn jail cell. I'm not effing surprised, man. Of course he killed his goddamn self, man. Let me see. I want to get the number. Let me type it in. Of course that devil care. Everybody gives a damn about Harvey Weinstein because he's a rich white man. He's a billionaire white man, got away with all type of nasty things, man. Hold on, Salaki, I want to find this. Here we go. They talking about Harvey Weinstein because he's a damn rich white man. But nobody gives a damn about how many of the blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are dying at the border right now.
Right.
I mean, they dying at the border. I'm talking. Look, I'm gonna just read it for you. I found it. Let me pull it up. Let me cast it to the TV. You know what I mean? Just put it on there real quick. You can turn the phone just a little bit. This one look horrible. Can you try to wipe it off or something? It says immigration detention deaths reached the highest total since 2009. 2009, Obama was in office, just so y'all know. And he was deporting Israelites because Obama is not an Israelite. But since 2009, the death toll has went higher. It's reached 176 deaths. Let me say that again. That's 176 deaths are our black and Hispanic and Native American Indian brothers. Now I sent the one article, man. I'm telling you, I sent it to the Solomon Sword. It didn't come. The white man is the devil. I'll blame him for that. All right, but it should have been there. Let me see. There's a screenshot. Let me see. Nope. That was from something else. That's from a whole couple months back. But anyway. It's 176 deaths. I wanted to read the list of y'all of how many Guatemalans and Mexicans and Benjamites, Jamaica and Trinidad. Oh man, you gotta, sideways. You gotta, just make it straight. You turn it even more sideways. Just twist it. Just make it right. There you go, right there. You can turn it back to me a little bit more, but 176 deaths, man. You can't be serious. 176 goddamn deaths since 2009. Let me read this to you. It says 10 immigration detainees perished in government custody the year before. Nationwide, more than 30,000 immigrants are held at one time in ICE facilities. That's like a damn prison cell. 30,000 people, men, women, and children. That's just at once. It's over 200 detained. No, I'm good. It's over 200 ICE facilities, man. 3,000 people. Salaki, 30,000 people. In 2004, it was 28 deaths reported. In 2017, it was 30, hold on, wait. How many deaths were it? Was 85 detention centers nationwide. Oh, it says since 2003, 85 detention centers nationwide has reported a total of 176 deaths. 17 facilities have had 3 or more deaths, including 8 at a core civic detention center in Houston, man. This is ridiculous, yo. You can turn this camera back. You can turn this just turn it back to me because it looked horrible, especially with the screen. You keep turning. I'm gonna slide over a little bit more, man. Get right here. It's a lot. We had to slide a few things over. All right, I'm gonna try to get right here for y'all. Let me check this real quick. See, good. We back up on Facebook. All right, no sweat. Well, yeah, man. I'm more than goddamn. Oh my God. Let me just, more than 85 detention centers reported 176 deaths, man, since 2003. all the way up till now. Oh, here go the list right here. Oh my God. Listen, I hate to say it like that, but it's horrible, man. Like, seriously, look. It says, Azadria Hernandez and Jose Manuel in Guatemala, 2015. It says, Sirius, I can't pronounce the name, it's Spanish, but he was from Honduras in 2017. I can keep going down, man. The damn is ridiculous, man. Hold on, I did something. I almost lost it. I gotta get back to it. I don't know what I did. I pressed the wrong button trying to go down. But anyway, it's a long list. It's 176 people that are dead, that are God's chosen people, that the white man is keeping in detention centers, that he is not reporting. We don't know the fate. We don't know what they look like. Like, we have no idea. And these is children. These is old women, older men, mothers, pregnant women. And we have no clue what in the hell they even look like. You know why? Because only rich people get recognized in America. Only white people for sure, and only rich people get recognized in America. You know what we know about? We know about Meek Mill's new girlfriend. But we have no clue about our brothers and sisters that are dying in the goddamn detention centers, man. And they are God's chosen people. Give me Ezekiel the 35th chapter. Let's go there. Let's just get into this, man, real quick. I'm gonna move this to the side. The white man is the devil, for sure. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else that ain't black, Native American, or Hispanic. Harvey Weinstein, not Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, that devil, he hung himself because he deserved it. That's what he got. That was his fault. Shame on him. If he knew better, he would have did better. Oh well. Try again next life. See you in heaven. What the hell, man? Nobody gives a damn about Jeffrey Epstein. He listen, I guarantee you he was touching black women. I can get, because then what? Who got a body better than a black woman? Look, if you can see on the goddamn screen, it looks horrible on the Facebook. But if you can see on the screen right now, you might not can. I'm glad you can. But it is a picture of a sister up here, half naked, as an ad. Let me just show you. See if I can move this thing to the side. What is this? Right here. Look, you know what? That's the Lord. You don't want her, you know what I mean, her body to be seen. Most High in Christ. There's some sister, man, doing a goddamn lingerie ad. You know what I mean? Got her body up there. The white man, he touching on them little white women too. Them nasty, ugly white girls. But he probably touched a couple sisters in there too. A couple brothers, a couple young men, whatever I don't even know what he did. But for whatever jobs they were trying to get, he was, you know what he was doing. He died in jail because of it. Wow. Now the white man gets to feel what it feels like to be wronged in America. For all America to see his shame, the way they see our shame. They see us on crack, don't they? They see us on heroin, on pills, selling drugs. Just like the general said, when they think of Israelites, they think of drug dealers, gangsters, MS-13, all that, man. But they don't see the holiness that is in Israel, the separateness. They don't see us in our glory because the world promotes our demise. Well, now the world is facing the white man's demise. Now they got to see the white man dying of heroin all out here in every goddamn city, especially in Kensington and Philadelphia. It is heroin addicts. The whole strip is white in the middle of the Hispanic neighborhood. Right. Kensington is a Hispanic neighborhood, man. That's where our brothers at, of the northern tribes. That's where our brothers at, man. They down there in Kensington, Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Hondurans, trying to get by, trying to live life. Meanwhile, when they come outside their door, is a white man bent over. They call it, what they call it in Philly? The K&A challenge. They got it. See, that's our generation. Like, they call it the K&A challenge. We call it dipping or drooping. Yeah, I mean, because they be, you know, if you ever seen a heroin addict, when they high off of heroin, they lean and they tilt, but they don't never fall to the ground. So they call it the K&A challenge. It's like a challenge, like you waiting to see if he just going, if the nigga just going to hit the damn ground, man. So now the white man is in our Hispanic neighborhoods, is in black people neighborhoods, because Hispanics are black. You come out your door, you see some white man on your step, his head damn near on the step, but it's just not touching the step. It's like that much. And you just sitting there amazed, like I want to tell him to leave, but I'm too amazed. Like, is he gonna hit his head on the goddamn step? Is he gonna fall onto the curb? He just never fall. He just dip and just droop and dip and hit the K&A challenge on him. He hit the K&A challenge on him. His head never hit the goddamn ground. Can you imagine? Let me give you a little better example. Imagine if I was just dipping and you like just doing this all day. Just like that, but not hitting the goddamn floor. And just damn, you like, I know he gonna fall. He gotta fall, he's asleep. Well, Jeffrey Epstein, I know you got high as hell in that goddamn cell of yours, and I know you drooped and dipped for a little minute, and when you came to, you said, to hell with this, and just hung yourself. Well deserved, you devil. Goddamn. Nobody gives a damn. The reason I even know of you, listen, like the general said, why the hell do I even know you? Why the hell do I know of Jeffrey Epstein? Only thing I should know about is the goddamn K&A challenge, where we get to make fun of you high white devils, man. Telling you, Rick, you gonna fall, and in the accuracy of your fall, man. The accuracy of your landing when you hit the ground from being high off of heroin. You devil. Nobody gives a damn about no Jeffrey Epstein. I don't even know the names of the people that's dying of my people. Right. I don't even know what they look like. 30,000 people in one detention center, man. 30,000 people. In a cage, man. The white man is the devil. Listen, give me Ezekiel, the 35th chapter. Let's go there. Let's go to Ezekiel. Give me 35 and 8. Let's read about the branches. Let me tell you something. The Lord is with Israel, man. Whatever the Lord is doing, I can tell, you know, it's not a better time to bring our brothers together. It's nothing that they can deny right now. Like sometimes in Philly, you know, we got a few Hispanic stores right next door to the school. They ain't really down with Israel like that. I don't blame them. They don't know they're Israelites. They don't know that they are black people. A lot of them. Some of them do, some of them don't. I can't blame them. I didn't know I was a damn Israelite. What the hell? So I can't blame them for thinking they're different from me, from looking at me sideways, and I got to be like, damn, what's up, brother? You know, it's good to me. We the same people, man. What the hell? I go in the southern tribes neighborhoods, and they look at us the same way, and we look exactly the same. So I can't blame our Hispanic brothers. We don't exactly look the same. But that's what's so holy about Israel. Have you noticed? All white people look the same. Right. All Chinese people look the same. All Arabs look the same. All the East Indians look the same. Only people got a little bit of difference is the Eskimos, man. Is Japheth. You got some of them, because of us going over there having sex with them, that look a little bit black, but then you got some of them that still look like that Chinese type of look. But they all Eskimos, got that Hawaiian look. That I can say. They all got that Hawaiian look. Even even Japheth that's in Canada got that same type of look. But then you gotta think Japheth, you gotta think Ham, Shem, and Japheth, nations came out of them. So you really can't say too much about that, because Shem, you got Chinese, East Indian, Arabs, white people, and the Israelites that came out of Shem. So we all look different. Ham pretty much look the same, which is the point I'm making. All the other races look the same. You Chinese, everybody looks Chinese. Listen, Chinese and Japanese look the same to us to the point where they say, no, I'm Japanese. Goddamn, Chinese and Vietnamese, well, that's like Chinese. They all Chinese anyway, or whatever. They all look the same. But Israel is God's people. We the only race of people on the planet Earth that actually do look different. Like, that should be a clue right there that we better than them. Right. Like, stand every white person next to each other. They look the same. Stand a Jamaican next to a so-called Mexican, next to a so-called Puerto Rican. They look, and then put, who else? Like Argentina. Like, damn, put a Haitian in there. To everybody else, we would look like 3 or 4 different races, but we are one race. That is the glory of Israel, man. That's the glory. We're the only race that don't look exactly the same. And I can tell you the white man probably hated that too. They probably used that against us just for that exact reason, that we look different. Like, how can we all be the same, the exact same race, the exact same people, but everybody has their own special look, which is what it is. Everybody got their own special feature, man. I can guarantee that these nations hate us, man. Give me Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, and let's start read verse 8. Let's start at 8.
Okay. Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 8. And I will fill its mountains with slain men, and thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Hold on, wait a minute. It might be Ezekiel 32. Might be Ezekiel 32. Let me look it up too. Go to Ezekiel the 32nd chapter in the 8th verse. No, I believe it's Ezekiel the 38th verse. Let me just type it in real quick to get it. The 2 branches. All right. I believe it should be Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Hold on, where we at? Ezekiel 17, boom, 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 boom. Ezekiel 31. Let's go to the next one. Should be Ezekiel the 38th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's Ezekiel the 31st chapter. Here we go. I mean, Salaki, I said 31. It's Ezekiel 36. Salaki. 36 and 8. Ezekiel 36 and 8. Let's talk about the 2 branches. As y'all know, we were split. The kingdom of Israel split. Alright? Let's start with that. Go to 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. 17 and start at 20. Right? Go to 1 Kings 17 and 20. We'll start there. What happened is we sinned against the Lord. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the same race. We were all in our land of Israel. We began to sin against the Lord immediately coming out of Egypt. And you know, the Lord, he put Moses over us. Then he put Joshua. Then he put the judges of Israel. Give me some of the Gideon, Samson. What's another one? Abimelech. He was wicked, but he really wasn't a judge. He just went and basically made his own reign, and he killed some of the actual judges, the house of Gideon. Who else? There was a few different brothers, and at that time, Israelites, we did what was right in our own eyes. Meaning we just kept the laws and we governed ourselves as a nation of kings and priests. We had the Levite priests and we had a nation of kings, right? Like everybody was a ruler, basically, of his own household, his own inheritance. Like I was saying, we all did right in our own eyes, but we continued to sin against the Most High power. And of course, the Lord punished us. We went into one captivity for 18 years, another one for 20 years, another one for this amount of time, another one for 22 years, and just different captivities, the Lord will put us in under Moab, under Ammon. That's why you got, like Ehud, right? The Benjamite, who stabbed that fat Moabite bastard of Agon. I think he might have been Moab or Ammon. I think he was Moab. Right? Stabbed that fat bastard in the gut. His blood, splattered. His guts came out. He now made, and that, that was us. We had judges in Israel. We ruled our own self at one time. But we continue to sin, man. Look at us today. You know what I mean, right? So, eventually, the Lord, we did right and sinned again, and the Lord sent us into captivity, all right? And he split the nation. He told Solomon that Solomon was going, when Solomon messed up, that and built the altars to his concubines and their gods, that he was going to tear the kingdom from Solomon, from Solomon's son, I believe. All right. So that's where we're at right now. Give me 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. When we're reading about the split of Israel.
1 Kings, chapter 17, verse 20. And he cried unto the Lord and said, O Lord my God, hast thou also brought evil upon the widow with whom I sojourn by slaying her son?
Salaki. Might be 2 Kings. No, I believe it is 1 Kings. Keep reading.
Okay. And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times.
Yeah, it might be 2 Kings. That's when Elisha brought the child back to life in 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. As y'all know, the Lord brought the child back to life because Elisha prayed to the Most High. All right, that did happen. Someone was brought back to life from the Lord being prayed to, and the Lord having mercy on that young child. It was Elisha. He prayed to the Most High, brought the young man back to life. All right, the Lord brought the young man back to life. Y'all can read about that on your own time. Go ahead, give me 2 Kings, the 17th chapter.
2 Kings 17 to 20. And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel.
Read that again.
And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel.
So there you go. Know that the Lord rejected us. Keep reading.
And afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of the spoilers.
And who's the spoilers? The other nations, man, that were round about us. I believe at this time it was the Assyrians. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Keep reading.
Until he had cast them out of his sight. For he rent Israel from the house of David.
See, he split us. Read on. I don't want to say too much. Keep reading.
And they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. And Jeroboam drove Israel from following the Lord, and made them sin a great sin.
Dang. And there you go. The Lord split the house of Israel. Matter of fact, keep reading. Read a little bit more. Read down.
For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did. They departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight. And he had said by all his servants and the prophets, as he had said by all his servants and the prophets.
And the prophets prophesied that this would happen. Drop down to verse 25.
Verse 25. And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them.
Now this is talking about the Samaritans. Go up a verse.
Verse 24. And the king of Assyria.
There we go. That's what I wanted. The Assyrians, man. We went away into the Assyrian captivity, and this bastard brought Africans into our land. Why? Because the Lord removed us out of his sight. That's what I wanted right there, all right? So now let's go back to Ezekiel, the 36th chapter. I just wanted to prove that the Lord split the house of Israel, all right? So our Hispanic brothers at that time, we got separated, man. And they put like maybe mixing the story up, but they put a priest over them, which was the tribe of Gad. I'm not sure if this is like the whole same story, but this did happen. So after they were split, they made the tribe of Gad their priest. Like we had the Levites, they made the tribe of Gad their priest. And they took a king, I believe it was like, I forget who their king was, that they chose to lead them. It might have been Jeroboam. I believe it was Jeroboam. So, but don't quote me on it. All right? It's just a little mixed up in my head right now. But anyway, the point is that our Hispanic brothers, we've been separated for a while, man. So I can't blame a brother if he don't know that we're his people. A lot of us don't know that there are people. A lot of brothers talk about how they would, rob the Hispanic tribes and, because they work hard and, doing them construction jobs, getting paid. A lot of those jobs is cash. They pay you cash right there the same day. So they would have money on them. So brothers, I heard a ton of stories about how brothers would rob and hit licks on our Hispanic tribes. Our Hispanic tribes go to war with us. You go to jail. You ain't cool with the Hispanic brothers. The Puerto Ricans don't chill with the Mexicans or black people. It's very segregated in the jails, man. So I can't blame our brothers for not understanding. Like Puerto Ricans don't even understand that they us. Like we gotta tell them, yeah, we the same people, because they don't even think they down with the other Hispanic tribes, so-called Hispanics. They ain't one with the Mexicans or the Honduras. We Puerto Rican, they Mexican, they from Brazil or whoever. They Colombian, I'm Mexican. You know what I mean? A lot of Hispanic tribes, if you ask a Puerto Rican, is he Mexican, he'll get mad. But he is, because we all Israelites. I'm Mexican. Malakia is Mexican. And in the sense of us being one people. Of course, they have their own tribe. But black people are Mexicans. Mexicans are black people. And we're the same goddamn people, man. Is the point that I'm trying to make. Alright? And now let's get into Ezekiel 36th chapter, because the Lord is bringing us back to each other right now. Right now, we're going through everybody's going through different trials. If you notice, in Brazil, what's happening. In Haiti, what happened. What else? In Mexico, what's going on in Honduras? How they came up to the border, getting put in the ICE detentions, man. Blacks and Hispanics being murdered, being shot. The Lord is dealing with Israel, man. He's bringing us back together. He's making us one again. You know what I mean? And it shows, listen, is the white man doing this to the Chinese man? No, he's not. Is he doing this to who? To who else? To the East Indians? Is he doing it to the Africans? No, he's not. Is he doing it to the Arabs? No, he's doing this to God's people, man. Give me Ezekiel 36 and 1. Let's start there. Let's start at 36 and 8.
Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 8. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches, and yield your fruit to my people of Israel.
To who?
To my people of Israel.
Go ahead.
For they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you.
The Lord said, behold, I am for you. And that's one thing that blacks and Hispanics, we need to hear those type of words, man. We need to hear that God is for us. I mean, goddamn, listen. Do you know how it feels to grow up in the ghetto? Jeffrey Epstein, he don't know how the hell it feels to grow up in the ghetto. He found out what it feels like to sit in a jail cell with no outcome. He don't know what the hell is going on. He just sitting in the goddamn cell, man. To the day they decide to let him out. He ain't in there counting down his months. And they think everybody that go to jail just sit there and count their days down. Some brothers don't know what the hell is going on. You know, for a murder case, you sit in jail for 2 years before you even have a trial. You just sitting there for 2 years, just waiting on you, counting down the date of your trial. Like, I hope my trial come at this time. Until you waiting on your paperwork, you just sitting there, man. Imagine being in jail, and this happens a lot with weed cases. Brothers go to jail, you sit in the cell, and they just keep postponing your case, postpone. You get ready to go to court, they take you all the way down there, postpone. Then you go back to prison again. You get back, you do another 5-6 months. You come back, postpone again. You sitting in jail for like 2-3 years over a bag of weed. And you can't even pay your goddamn bill, man. We need to hear those words. Read it again.
Oh God. For behold, I am for you.
Can you read the from verse 8 again?
Okay.
Read it again. For behold, the Lord is for us, man. Go ahead, read from verse 8.
Verse 8. But ye, O mountains of Israel.
Matter of fact, start from verse 6. Let's go into it. Let's start at verse 6. We'll start at verse 6 and we're going to read down, man.
And it'll come. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel.
Now let me know if y'all can hear Malakia out there online, alright? I'm going to sit the mic. I'm going to move the microphone real quick. Give me 1 second. They should be able to hear you now, Malaki, just a little bit better.
Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury.
The Lord said He spoke in His jealousy and in His fury. The Lord is a jealous God. He don't want us serving other gods, man. Being Catholics, a lot of Hispanic tribes I heard was Catholics, man. But they for sure Christians. Catholic is a Christian religion. A lot of Israelites, Christian, man. Muslims. The God of Christianity is not the God of the Bible. The God of Christianity is the white man. The God of the Bible is for sure a black man in spirit. I mean, that's clear. We know for sure Islam, you serving a rock. And a rock ain't a black person. The rock is black, meaning it's a black stone, but they consider that to be an Arab rock. So if the rock was a person, it would be an Arab. That's it. You don't think because the rock is like that little stone they got, it's because it's black. That don't mean that if they was to make it a person, like they went and got a little genie and turned it into a person, it would come out an Arab. Just listen, because the rock is black ain't got nothing to do with that. Them Arabs is not letting you have their God. And if they pretended that rock was God, which they do, it is a Arab God. They picture a Arab man, not a black person, damn sure not a white person, but an Arab. So the God of these religions ain't the God of the Bible, man. And the Lord is a jealous God. Read on.
Because He had borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God.
We carried the shame of the heathen. That's what born means. It means to carry. We took on the shame of the heathen. Wanting to join with the heathens, wanting to be Christians, Muslims, and want to God love everybody and hold everybody's hand and join and we are the world, we are the children. All that with Michael Jackson and loving everybody. And that's what we want to do. We want to carry the shame of the heathen. We want to buy prostitutes. We want to sleep with white women. We want to sniff cocaine. God damn, we want to get high off coke and get high off weed. The things that's shameful that the heathens do, now we want to take it on. Now we want to carry it. Read on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame.
Surely the heathens, they're going to bear their shame. They're going to get their punishment. That's for sure. But the Lord, he got His hand upon us. He lifted up His hand, meaning He is about to do something, man. The Lord, listen, when the Lord pleads with somebody, they go into slavery, they die, they go into torment, they get punished. The Lord don't plead with you and beg you like the damn Christian church and kiss your little tears. That's not what the Lord does, man. The Lord don't have to plead with anybody. So if he's going to plead, he's going to punish you. That's it. The heathen's going to get their shame. Read on.
Oh God. But ye.
Wait, what?
But ye.
But who?
But ye.
But the heathen's going to get their shame. And, if y'all know in Hebrew, a lot of times when it says but, it says and, or a ball, which means but. But also, gum in Hebrew, ye, meaning you. Read on.
O mountains of Israel.
O mountains of Israel. Meaning the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Native American Indians, the Israelites. The heathens don't get their shame, but also Israel, go ahead.
Ye shall shoot forth your branches.
But you're going to shoot forth your branches. Go ahead. It's a parable. Go ahead.
And yield your fruit to my people of Israel.
And you're going to yield your fruit. Go ahead.
For they are at hand to come.
For your fruit are at hand to come. The heathen, listen, we sinned. We did sin. But the Lord is about to lift up his hand on Israel, man. And we're going to bear our fruit. The fruit that we had is to come. It came. We're going through our hell. But the Lord is about to bring Israel together again, man. Read on. How do you know that the Lord is going to bring Israel together again? Read.
For behold, I am for you.
Because God is for us. That's how you know. Yeah, he punished us. But he is our God. Our power. Our God, man. And he's for Israel. Read on.
And I will turn unto you.
And he will turn us. Yo, you know how bad we need to hear these words, man? If somebody was strung out on crack cocaine or on meth or damn heroin, whatever drug they on, if you homeless and you sleep on a goddamn curb and the sidewalk, if you going through hell, you in jail for child support, you in jail for some white man or some IUIC member planting damn drugs on you. You need to hear these words, man. You need to hear that God is for us and God is going to turn unto you. Read.
And ye shall be tilled and sown.
We're going to be tilled and sown. What does that mean, Malaka? Anybody online, y'all type it in. What does it mean to till and to sow? I just basically gave it to you, but what does the Lord say?
Like how when you get the soil right to plant the seed.
Damn right, when you get the soil right to plant your seed, the Lord is about to plant us. Remember, the parable is branches is a tree. We're about to be tilled. We're about to be sown. The Lord is about to get Israel right. And listen, sometimes you got to go out. To get out of Christianity, it is no rehab for Christianity, man. What you gonna do? You gonna go to jail to get out of Christianity? You need to sit down. That's what they tell you. You need to sit down. If you on heroin or something, you need to sit down. You need rehab. You need some type of jail time to get clean. How the hell are you going to get clean off of Christianity? You need people to die. You need to be punished. You need to hit rock bottom, so to speak. You need to go hit the bottom to break out of Christianity. It's like you got to be set free of that damn lie. You can't get rich and get out of Christianity, man. The more money you get, the further you are going to go into Christianity. A gift destroys the heart. That's in the Bible. The more money you make, if you're not in the Israelite school UPK, the further you are going into Christianity, the more easier it is to say, no, God loves everybody. I got white friends. My white friends love me. My baby mama's white. I love her. She loves me. You are going to get a white baby mama. The more money you get, you are going to go find that precious little tender white pig, and you are going to marry that pig. Read on. Oh, go ahead, Malak. You had something you wanted to bring out?
remember the general said, since there's really no requirement to be a Christian, like you never leave Christianity.
Thank you. You can just claim Christianity. Like, that's how easy it is. Like, you can just say, oh, I'm a Christian. You can just say it. It's no, nigga, you ain't no goddamn Christian. You know what I mean? There's nobody that come at you.
Right.
They'll say, where your cross at? See your cross? Like, in Islam, if you claim Islam, since that's such a garbage religion, they gotta intimidate people, or at least try to intimidate people. You say, oh yeah, I'm a Muslim. What? Where your kufi at? What's the Fatiha? Let me hear you say the Al-Fatiha. What's the principles of Islam? What's the 5 pillars of Islam? Aki? Where your beard at? Yeah, like, where your man dress? Where your man dress at? You know what I mean? If you're a woman, they say, where your kimar at? You got a husband, why you ain't covered up? Why you ain't garbed up? But Christianity is like, you can just, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, yeah. But you ask a person, what's your nationality? Knowing they sell crack. Oh, I'm a Christian. You got to tell them like, yeah, that's not a nationality. That's like that's a religion. I'm asking about your race. Oh, I'm black. They just say that. You can just claim Christianity, man. And there's no consequence for it. It's just you're just a Christian. Even though you suck every penis and you are a man, even though you sniff all the cocaine that you want to sniff, even though you touch little boys, even though you a woman licking on another woman, you can just be a Christian, man. And this was so sad. A lot of people find those sicknesses and demons in the Christian church. A lot of people find those demons in the Christian church, man. Read on.
And I will multiply men upon you.
And he will what?
Multiply men upon you.
He said, I'm going to multiply men upon you. The Lord is going to give us our soldiers, man. Go ahead.
All the house of Israel.
This is so and you can a lot of people face the camera back now. You sicknesses and demons in the Christian church. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on Christian church, man. You know what I mean? That's tuned in with us. Alright.
And I will multiply men.
Oh yeah, you can kind of curve it back.
And he will what? Multiply men upon you.
He said, I'm going to multiply men upon you. We're going to give us our soldiers, man. Alright, go ahead. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, on Facebook. So yeah, read on. Read what you just read.
Oh God. And I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of them.
Even all of it. The Lord is going to multiply us. The Lord is saying He's with us. Go ahead.
And the city shall be inhabited, and all the wastes shall be built.
What time is that going to happen? When we get the kingdom of heaven, man. Right now it's heathens in a Mexican's land. Right now it's heathens in the Guatemalans' land. And the Argentinians' land. I think that's how you say that. And the brothers that's from Chile. That dwell in Chile and dwell in Puerto Rico and Guatemala and Honduras and the Caribbean islands. It's heathens in the black man's land and the Hispanic man's land. It's heathens in the so-called North American Indians' land and the tribal. We're all bond. It's heathens in our land. Read on. But the Lord will rebuild our land in the kingdom of heaven, man. Read.
And I will multiply upon you man and beast.
And He'll give us man and beast. We'll have them babies. We'll be having them babies. We'll have our cattle. We'll have, of course, servants. And we'll have cattle. We'll have servants to tend to our cattle, man. To tend to our cattle. Read.
Oh God. For they shall increase and bring fruit.
And will increase and bring fruit. Do you know how important these words are to us, man? Like, we need that. You know how hard it is to wake up in the morning and go into the slavery? To wake up at night and go to the slavery out and be there. Just being at the slavery. So yeah, let me ask y'all this. Y'all ever at y'all slave, and y'all doing y'all slave, and then you get like a moment, a little break, and you realize like, I'm at a slavery and I don't want to be here. Like, I am a slave. It's like, damn, am I ever going to not have to do this? Am I just the white man's slave? Oh, get back to work. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll get back to work then. I see I got too much leisure, too much rest. It is going to make me plot against the white man. It's going to make me wonder, why the hell am I here at this goddamn slavery? I guess I need to get my ass back to work so I can go back to being stupefied, man. We need these words. We need to hear that the Lord is going to increase us, man. Give us cattle, rebuild our land. You know how it feels to be in a cage. Literally. Just in a cage. You ain't even in prison. You just in a goddamn cage with your family. You on this side of the gate, and your goddamn children is on that side of the gate, man. Like what they are doing to our Mexican brothers and sisters, man, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, is ridiculous. And they got Haitians and Jamaicans, so-called, and Trinidadians in there with them. We seen that damn post from the sister crying about her son. We all in there. They deporting all the tribes, man. And listen, I gotta say it to the tribe of Yahweh. I mean, I can't imagine what he got planned. What the white man has planned for the tribe of Yahweh. Like the Lord said, if he didn't shorten the time, it would be no flesh to be saved. Like they would just eventually just kill us all. It would just come down to it, and it would just be like the white man eventually would get tired, and it'll just be a war, and he'll just kill us. He makes the guns. If God ain't on our side, then we can't win. He can't win. I mean, we can't win. We need the Lord on our side, man, to even be able to overcome oppression and definitely to be able to take out the greatest hunter in the earth. The white man is like the greatest hunter to ever live. Right. Literally. Literally, he is the greatest. Like the white man can take a life in a blink of an eye. He can take a life without him physically taking the life. Right. Then, if he don't take your life physically, he'll take your life by taking your spirit and making you love him. He will turn you into a slave. He's a hunter. Like he can hunt and kill the animal, or he can hunt and domesticate the animal. Make the animal his pet. But he will capture the animal. He is a great hunter, man. We need to hear the word that somebody got our back. At least God is with us, man. Read.
Oh, God. And I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings.
Damn. Do you know how, oh man, it got to be some way. We need to look into going into the ICE facilities and just being able to read the Bible to these brothers and sisters. Like how we got the prison program, we need like an ICE detention center program where we could just go in and literally just break down the Bible to them, give them some type of hope and maybe give them food. I doubt the white man will let us give them food. But at least we can give them food for thought. We can give them biblical food, spiritual food, man. Eat the scroll. Get as sweet as honey, man. At least be able to let them hear the words. Read that again.
Okay. I will settle you after your old estate, and will do better unto you than at your beginning. And
know, like they need to hear, like God is going to do better to us than He did at the beginning when we first dwelled in our land. Like to be sitting in a cage, you at least need to hear those words. Even though you may not believe them, even though you may not can handle it, at least someone is trying to give you that. At least you're just not sitting there, man. Read on.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord. I want to let me just get a picture of the ICE real quick, man. Just an ICE facility, man. ICE facility conditions. Let me just get some pictures of it. Just cast it to the screen. Can you turn the camera just a little bit?
Okay.
It was this one picture I seen. The children were on. Here it go, right here. They was on one side, the children on another side. Like that, that's just horrible, man. This is not the picture I wanted. Go ahead. Is this one right here? Why you seen something else? Oh yeah, con, no sweat. Damn, I didn't. It's lucky, y'all. I erased the wrong damn picture. I found the picture, went to put it up and erased it, man. Dang. I want to stretch this out so y'all can see it. Just want to cast this to the TV. Salaki, y'all, Salaki. If y'all can see this out there, I got to turn this camera for a second. I'm going to have to move the mic back just a little bit. Like, if y'all can see this, man, just take a look. I'll just bring it up real quick because I got to fix the camera back. But this is Facebook, y'all. So I got to show Facebook what they doing to our Hispanic brothers, man. Like, can y'all see that? I say cage, pod 1. Well, that's pod 2, and I guess this is pod 1. But they got the children separated from the goddamn adults, man. And they acting like we're the rapists. They got them children separated from the adults for a reason. There's a reason they got us separated, man. Because the white man, he's going to go and just pick up any child. Like if you sleep, you can't see exactly, what's going on with the children. You sleep in your cage, you next to people. They gonna open that little cage up, and if you have kids, you can pick up a child and they'll stay asleep. Like if nobody's up to see you do that, which I'm pretty sure somebody's up to see him do it, and somebody's gonna say something, but they are still going to snatch that kid. They're gonna pick that child up, and then you're gonna wake up and be like, hey, what you doing? Go to fight him, and they're gonna kill you. And they still gonna take that child out of that cage. Then the mother gonna be crying from this cage. From this cage over here, let me try to turn this, man. See if I can lift this up a little bit. It's lucky. I don't mean to be all in the goddamn camera like that, man. You gonna be crying from your separate cage while they crying from their goddamn cage, man. You over here in this one. In pod 2, and the goddamn kids is over here in this cage. Like, that is so sad. That is so goddamn sad what they doing to us, man. Like, those are our people, and we just ain't supposed to say anything. We just supposed to sit there, be good little quiet Christians, and just let it all go down like that. That's some evil-ish, man. Like the white man is the goddamn devil, like for real, man. The children, it was like, if you can see, it's like grown-ups over there. It's kids, it's like kids over here. Like, they starting to separate them. The brother got his daughter in his hand probably because he got a hold of her. So it's kids mixed in. The white man, he's an evil monster, man. He is an evil monster. Can you turn the camera back this way a little bit? I'll tell you when to stop. Perfect. It's right there. The white man is an evil goddamn monster, yo. Try to put this one down just a little bit. It's all good. I got it now. It's too wild. We leave it there. Man. The white man is a goddamn devil. Let's read on. Like I said, at least be able to go in there and break down the Bible to them. You know what I mean? At least to build their spirit up in any time of trouble, man. God damn. like we might not can give them food and all that, but we gotta at least be able to. And I wouldn't be surprised if we went there and they try to look at us and ask us, do we got a goddamn green card, or do we need a green card, or whatever the hell they. I mean, the white man's just the devil, yo. We had to go through all the extremities, like, I mean, let's go through the whole goddamn process just to even be able to talk to them. But I'm telling you, like, we need to hear those words. Read on, Malaki. You're in the middle of verse 11. Well, you're at the end of verse 11.
Oh God, ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Go ahead.
Yea, I will cause men to walk upon you, even my people Israel, and they shall possess thee.
Dang. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be their inheritance.
Dang. Here we go. Go ahead.
And thou shalt no more henceforth berate them of men.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord God, because they say unto you, thou land devourest up men, and has bereaved thy nations, therefore thou shalt devour men no more, neither berave thy nations any more, saith the Lord God.
Go ahead.
Neither will I cause men to hear in thee the shame of the heathen any more. Neither shalt thou bear the reproach of the people any more. Neither shalt thou cause thy nations to fall any more, saith the Lord God. Moreover, the word of the Lord.
Hold on, I want to find one specific part. Boom, boom, boom. I think it's one stick. Boom, boom, boom. Let me put one stick. I want to get to this specific part, and I got my phone using the YouTube. Give me 37 and 16. Alright, it was just down a little bit more because the Lord started going into all the things He was going to do to us, but He is for us. And like I said, it ain't easy to just come out of goddamn Christianity and just think you just, like, that's the type of stuff that we had to go through to get out of the state we were in. We had to just get broken and beaten, man. Like, this is real life, but it's for a purpose, man. Number one, the white man is the devil, but the Lord uses the white man as his little whipping stick, man. He used the nations, whatever nations round about us. Give me, I'm going to tell you what I want right now. Give me Ezekiel 37 and 16 and hold that, right? I want this to try type that in real quick. It's either in Judges or it's in Joshua. Alright. Let me see. Try you. Let me try to put that in there. Believe it. Is it either in Judges or Joshua? Let me just go back and check it out real quick. Alright, read what you got while I find this precept.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15. The word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions.
So take one stick, write upon it for Judah. Go ahead. Meaning at this time, it's talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Go ahead.
And for the children of Israel, his companions.
And for who?
The children of Israel, his companions.
And for the northern tribes, the children of Israel, his companions. Go ahead.
Then take another stick and write upon it, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
And for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, because Ephraim was the head tribe of the northern tribes. Go ahead.
And join them one to another in one stick, and they shall become one.
Wait a minute. Say what it said again.
And join them one to another into one stick.
So take Judah and take Israel. with Ephraim being the head tribe of the northern kingdom, right? So take Judah and take Israel. Take the blacks, so-called, and the Hispanics, so-called, and do what?
Okay. And join them one to another.
And join them one to another. Take these two sticks and make them one stick. Go ahead.
Okay. And they shall become one in thy hand.
And they shall become one in thy hand. What the Lord is doing is to make us one. Remember, we started at verse 36, where he said, at chapter 36, when the Lord said he was for us, man. And he began to say that he going to bless us better than he did in the beginning. But he had to go into how he was going to punish us and the way he was going to get us right. And now we're at chapter 37, and we started at the 15th verse, and it's telling us, make them one. Read it again from verse 15.
Verse 15. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick, and write upon it, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribe of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him.
And I will put them with him. Meaning we are going to be together. Go ahead.
Even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick.
And he's going to make us one nation of people again. Right now, we all separated. Nobody is claiming each other. Black people act like Jamaicans ain't even the same people as them. We act like Haitians ain't the same people as us, as Benjamites. I mean, goddamn. The Mexicans say they don't want nothing to do with the Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans don't want nothing to do with the Mexicans or black people. Neither one of them want nothing to do with black people or Jamaicans or Haitians. Like, we are all separate. But the Lord is going to do what?
And make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand.
But we're going to be one in the Lord's hand. We can see that now. This happened. We all are suffering under this white man. And it is to make us one. It is to make us one, man. Hold on, boom, boom. I don't know why I can't find it. Let me see. Let me just go to Judges. What was it? Let me see. See if I can find it. Go ahead, read.
Verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes.
Go ahead.
And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, wherefore they be gone, and will gather them on every side.
Now, he said to take the children of Israel from among the heathen, from wherever we were at, with different nations, Europe, London, Canada, North America, South America, wherever the hell we at, China, some damn where in the white man's military, and he's going to do what?
And will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel.
And he's going to make us one nation in the mountain of Israel. Meaning, right now we ain't one nation. We separate. But the things that the Lord is doing is to make us one nation, man. It is to make us one nation. Give me Exodus 20 and 20. Right? Give me that real quick. Oh, where you at? We're going to come back.
Exodus 20 and 20.
Yep, Exodus 20 and 20.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 20. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God has come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that he sin not.
And what?
And that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
So the Lord is doing this so that we don't sin. Read it again.
And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God has come to prove you.
This is what the Lord is doing. We ain't supposed to fear this. We're supposed to know exactly what the hell is going on. The Lord is proving us, man. The Lord is proving us right now. Meaning, try, how they said, try to the fire. He proving Israel right now. Right now, he's making Israel better, making Israel one, making us the nation that we supposed to be. Read on.
Verse 21. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses,
No, I mean, go back to the other one. Go back to the other scripture, Salaki.
Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 17. Sorry, 36 and
You were, yeah, wherever, I'm not sure what verse you left off.
22. Ezekiel 37, verse 22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations.
Now, this is the great part. What the Lord is doing for us is he is setting us up to be one nation. And one king is going to rule us. That is Yahushua Mashiach in the Hebrew. It's going to be one man that is going to rule this nation under the Most High power, and that's going to be Yahushua Mashiach, who the world knows as Jesus Christ. Everything that the Lord is doing is to prove Israel, man. The Lord is with us. He wants to prove Israel. He wants to make us better. I said gold is tried in the fire, man.
Right.
Brothers go through Hebrew Academy. They know that feeling of being proven by the Most High, man. Being tried by the Most High to become that gold, to become better than we were at the beginning. That's what's going on right now. Our Hispanic brothers and sisters, so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters, they are suffering, and we suffering in America too. But it's all so that the Lord can make us one nation, make those two sticks one nation, and we can have one king, and one king shall rule over us, and he'll what? Multiply our men. He'll multiply our fruit, and we'll get the fruit of our hand. And we'll have cattle. And we will live good, man. We will one day live good. And our brothers and sisters, we need to hear this. Like, I don't give a damn about no white man that dies. I don't even know the people of my people that are dying by the hand of the white man. Because look, it don't matter if they was rich or not. Right now they're in the cage. It didn't matter if Jeffrey Epstein was rich. That devil ended up in a goddamn cage, and he deserved it. The problem is, we didn't deserve what the white man is doing to us. Not because we did nothing to the white man personally for him to do this to us, but we did something to the Lord. So the Lord felt as though this should have to happen, man, to do whatever he needs to be done so that we can come back to the Most High, so that we can be proven to the Most High, man. I mean, goddamn, the white man is the devil. He is completely wrong for what he is doing. But the Lord is doing. So remember, the white man is just who the Lord uses, man. It's like he hardened Pharaoh's heart. He's hardened the white man's heart against us, against blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, against the children of Israel, man. And like the Lord said, yeah, the heathen going to get their goddamn shame. They should be ashamed for what the hell they doing to us, man. They should be ashamed, but they're going to get it. They're going to get all their shame for what they done to us. But Israel, we're going to become that nation again. Read on.
Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore.
And neither shall we, go ahead. And neither shall we be divided into two kingdoms anymore. Give me Joshua 23 and 13. Neither shall we be divided into two kingdoms any longer, man. That's going to end. The Mexican man not dealing with the black man, not dealing with the Jamaican or the Puerto Rican. The Puerto Rican man not dealing with the Haitians, not dealing with black people, not dealing with the South Americans, saying they separate, they don't want nothing to do with each other, not giving a damn about each other. That is going to end, man. That is going to end, and it's a shame that it takes so much to get Israel right. It takes so much. Give me Joshua 23 and 13.
Joshua chapter 23, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you.
Notice, God ain't driving out these nations. At this time, we just came out of Egypt. We was getting our land to Israel. We battling and rumbling the heathen, taking and conquering different lands. And some of the heathens we couldn't push out. We couldn't drive them out the land. Like we might have won the battle, but we couldn't get them out the land of Israel. So read what the Lord had to say.
But they shall be snares and traps unto you.
Read it from the top.
Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations before you.
The Lord said, I ain't driving out none of these nations no more. I ain't doing that. Read on.
But they shall be snares and traps unto you.
But they are going to be a snare and a goddamn trap. A effing trap, man. Go ahead.
And scourges in your sides.
And scourges in your sides. Whelps and from being beat, from being scourged. Go ahead.
And thorns in your eyes.
And thorns in your eyes. Go ahead.
Until ye perish from off this good land.
Until we perish from off of our good land. Go ahead.
Which the Lord your God hath given you.
Read on.
And behold, this day I am going to the ways of I am going the way of all the earth.
Because Joshua was about to die at this time. Go ahead.
And ye know in all your hearts and in all your souls that not one thing hath failed of all the good things which the Lord your God spake concerning you. And
this is another thing we need to understand. Nothing has ever failed that the Lord said he was going to do to us. He said he was going to separate us. Look at us today. Black people don't even feel like that this has anything to do with us. Ask your brother in the world what he feel about it. He'll say a couple words, but it's not him. And that's how that is the stance on black people. That's how they feel. That ain't me though. That's bad, you know. Mexicans gotta handle that. Hispanics and Jamaicans gotta handle that. I ain't Jamaican. My people pick cotton. Negro Jamaicans pick cotton too. The Mexicans suffering right now too. Read on out. And like I said, nothing has ever failed to the Lord, man. You see what's happening to us. We went into slavery. Ain't nothing failed. So you don't think that the blessings that the Lord got for us, you think they're going to fail? Like Christianity is so evil, the thought might come like, well, damn, what if this is a lie? What if the white man is God and all that garbage, man? Like when we be at camp, but what if the white man is really God? How you know that book? How you know that wasn't written by what? No, wait, Jew and Greek. We the Gentiles. Dumb, man. Like Satan will play with a brother's mind. Now, we out there trying to prophesy, and brothers is thinking, no, the white man is the Jew. How do you know that what you're saying is true? How do you know Jesus wasn't white? What? Did you just say that? Like, man, ain't nothing ever fell from the Lord, man. It ain't no what if. It ain't no what if this, if that, but what if the Hispanics ain't Israelites? You damn, shut up, man. What if they are? Yeah, what? That can't happen? Well, what if they are Israelites? That means you deny them. So if they're not Israelites and I show love to them, so what? Didn't you show that love to that white girl you had sex with? Stop playing, man. Our brothers and sisters, man, they be tripping sometimes, man. And like I said, we need to understand, ain't nothing failing from the Most High. Ain't nothing going to fail that the Most High said. Ain't nothing just going to not happen. Ain't no what if it don't happen. This is the Lord we talking about. Read on.
Verse 15. Therefore it shall come to pass that as all good things are come upon you, which the Lord your God promised you, so shall the Lord bring upon you all evil things.
Now here it is, y'all. Here it is. The same way the Lord said all good things gonna come, there's a lot of evil that's gonna come on us, man. Because we choose to do evil. And you gotta break, it's hard to break that evil Christianity off of us, man. Like, we can't even we don't even know that we are the same race. That is how bad the Lord punished us. We don't even know who we are. So now, there's only one way to show us. We all have to suffer. We all gotta suffer. We gotta turn around and say, damn, ain't this how the black people went in slavery? I know this how black people went in. This gotta feel bad. I'm sitting here with my children. This is like slavery. You don't think our brothers and sisters in them cages like, we not slaves, this is like slavery. Brother, you are those slaves. Because you are the people who went into slavery. Y'all the same people. Right. Just because we don't look alike, we are the same people. You need to feel that. Without this, they wouldn't even think about slavery. Well, without this, we wouldn't even think about the Mexicans, man. Or about any of our brothers that's Hispanic, man, that's being deported. Or about any Jamaican or Trinidadian. Nobody would give a damn. We would smoke our damn weed and go on about life. Jamaicans, we wouldn't even give a damn about what every black person is going through. They're Yankees. They up there, they a damn Yankee. Well, that goes for so-called Jamaicans that moved to America. But they don't give a damn. Like, man, I just found out in my old hood, like, yo, I grew up in a Benjamite neighborhood, right? Which is so, because I never knew I was Benjamin. But I grew up in a Benjamite neighborhood. My mom's side, Benjamin. My father's side, Benjamin. My stepfather's side, he's Benjamin. And the neighborhood I grew up in was a Benjamite neighborhood. They used to own all the stores, but it was mixed with the tribe of Judah. So we would always end up going to war with Judah. But I used to think I was Judah, so I like, it was just funny to me to see them go at it, to see us go at it and fight and all that, and the Jamaicans against so-called tribe of Judah. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like, it was, we so destroyed. It was like fun and games. But I found out recently that they still killing each other, shooting each other. Like, it's a Benjamite bar that's on a corner. It's called Studio 7 that we used to go to. It's right there, like right down the street from my old house. So we would all go there, but a ton of Benjamites come there because it's a Benjamite bar. There's someone that owns it as a Benjamite because we used to own all the stores back then. Now, none of Israel owned any damn store. I think it's one brother, he an older brother that owned the store. The store that a brother used to own, well, he was a Benjamite too. He sold it to some Chinese people. Chinese people renting it out to Ephraimites and to Shemaiwan, and it's like a little poppy store now, right? But they are still killing each other. Like, the Benjamites come to the bar, and Judah come to the bar too, and they just get into it and just shoot at each other all the time. All the goddamn. And Judah is killing each other while they beefing with the Benjamites. It's like it's so much evil that came upon us. Like, we don't even deal with each other no more, man.
Right.
Read on.
Come. So the Lord shall bring upon you all evil things, until he have destroyed you from all the good land which the Lord hath given you.
And we ain't been on our land in I don't know how long. Read on.
When ye have transgressed the covenant of the Lord your God,
when we transgressed the covenant of the Lord our God, go ahead,
which he commanded you,
which he commanded us, go ahead,
and have gone and served other gods,
and became Muslims, became Christians, became Buddhists, go ahead,
and bow yourself to them,
and bow down to the rocks, some of the Allah, some of the 5 pillars of Islam, go ahead.
Then shall the anger of the Lord
I hate Islam, man. Go ahead.
Then shall the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
Then the anger of the Most High will be kindled against us. Slavery. The 79 million Native American Indians that died. ICE. Poverty. Slavery.
Right.
Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, Emmett Till, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Freddie Gray. Read on.
And ye shall perish quickly from off the good land which he had given unto you.
And here's the reason why. Give me Isaiah 42 and 6. And we're going to perish. All those people are named slavery. God damn it. Man, look. The Civil War, us dying in the Civil War. Fighting for the white man. It's sad. The Lord punished us, and he's still punishing us. But it's to bring us out of the punishment. Like, we so stuck in these false gods and false religions that we got to get punished to come out of it. Like, you ever did something in school, right? And get beat out the school, get beat from the inside of the school, out the goddamn school. And I told you, you know what I mean? Everybody laughing at you, you getting beat out the goddamn school, man. That's what the Lord had to do to us. You like take it behind the school. Then you be bad in the school and get beat out of the goddamn school, man. In front of everybody. The world sees this, man. The world saw slavery.
Right.
The world knows about the Native American Indians dying, man. The tribe of Gad and the tribe of Ra'al. Read on. Matter of fact, yeah, give me Isaiah 42 and 6.
Isaiah chapter 42 verse 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness.
Go ahead.
And will hold thine hand.
And will what?
And will hold thine hand.
The Lord gonna be with us. The Lord called us in righteousness, and he's gonna be the one to hold our hand. Meaning to guide us, to lead us. Go ahead. The one that has our back. Go ahead.
And will keep thee.
And will what?
And will keep thee.
And he will protect us. Shamar. He will protect us. Go ahead.
And give thee for a covenant of the people.
And give us for a covenant of the people. Go ahead.
For a light of the Gentiles.
For a what?
For a light of the Gentiles.
Talking to who? Talking about our Hispanic brothers that got separated. He's going to bring the branch, the two sticks together. Go ahead.
To open the blind eyes.
To do what?
To open the blind eyes.
Say it again.
To open the blind eyes.
Listen, man. This opened a lot of eyes of a lot of people. It's sad, but it's true. This opened the eyes of a lot of people, man. I know it opened my goddamn eyes, for sure. And it should open everyone's eyes, man. Like, can't nobody tell me the Hispanics ain't Israelites. The hell. You know what's happening? They tried to bring up the fact that it's some Africans going into slavery in Africa. Nigga, they Africans. That's it. It's Africans putting his own people into slavery. And it ain't bondage. He just making himself servants. He just take that. Africans have always done that. It is 50 countries in Africa. Over 50 countries. They can go to war and fight and do whatever the hell they want to do. It is another race that is putting us in slavery. The Africans put us into slavery. We ain't the same damn people. The white man put us into slavery. Whatever the Africans fighting and want to capture each other, that's all it really is. They just fighting and capturing and having sex with somebody else's wife. It's just fun and games to them. They gonna kill, run around, and goddamn chop the damn somebody's head off and have sex with a woman.
Right.
They can have fun and do all that. That's them. It's another race doing this to us, man. Give me Matthew 5 and 12.
Come on. Matthew chapter 5 verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
Listen, I know we're going through ice, but we got to rejoice, man. We should be exceedingly glad because our reward in heaven is great. We don't go up to heaven. Heaven comes down. Heaven is going to come down here, and the reward is going to be on earth. Don't worry. All these brothers and sisters, they'll have some white man in the cage, Lord willing. They'll be in charge of the white men that are in cages, Lord willing. I mean, great is that reward. Listen, render unto her double. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. You see this, right? The white man got his coming, but it's going to be worse. His is going to be double. It's going to last longer to the point where he's going to go extinct, like the Bible says. Read on.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 21.
5 verse 12. You still in the middle.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
For great is your reward in heaven. Go ahead.
For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Hey, look, they persecuted the prophets. The white man that did this, he persecuted the prophets before you.
Right.
Don't even sweat it. Your reward is great in heaven, man. If you're a Mexican or Hispanic, if you just being deported, Dominican, Trinidadian, Haitian, your reward is great in heaven. Go ahead.
Come. Ye are the salt of the earth.
Ye are what?
The salt of the earth.
You are the salt of the earth. To hell with the white man. You the salt of the earth, man. Read. You the greatness of the earth. Go ahead.
But if the salt has lost its savior.
But if we lost our savior, we Christians and Muslims and Catholics and Buddhists, and if we lost our savor, if we're away from the thing that makes us have the flavor, read on.
Wherewith shall it be salted?
How do we even have flavor? How are we even great if we're away from the thing that has made us great? Go ahead.
It is thenceforth good for nothing.
We ain't good for nothing, man. We just down to MS-13 and Crips and Bloods and drug dealers and crackheads and meth heads and dripping and K&A challenge over there with the white man, strung out on heroin, aborting our babies, 500,000 a year. Then how can we be great? Read on. We lost our Savior. Go ahead.
But to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men.
And to be trodden under the foot of men. Men just trample over you. They run over you. They have power over you. They beat you down, push you into the dirt.
Right.
They did that to us, man. They doing that to us right now. Our Mexican brothers and sisters. Read on. Go all the way down to verse 16.
Come. Ye are the light of the world.
Ye are the light of the world. Yeah, you in the cage right now, but you are the light of the world, man. You give the world its color. You shed light on the world, or else it would just be full of darkness, man, out here. It would be nothing. It would be nothing. The Hispanics do the rodeos and play in the soccer games, which they call football, and oh man, they do so many great things. Pick our damn fruit. You wouldn't even be able to eat a fresh fruit, man. Do so many great things. The salsa and all that the white man wants to steal. You can't even effing dance. Read on, it's 12:02. Read on.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Listen, a city that's set on a hill can't be hid. The Mexicans and the Hispanic tribes, they got flavor. They got salt. You can't hide they drip. Can't hide that. Read.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bush.
Men don't light a candle and put it under a bush. Read on. Meaning they don't light a candle so they can have light and then put it under a bush so the light is covered. So that the light is dim. Go ahead.
But on a candlestick.
But they put it on a candlestick. You're going to be risen up. Right now you're like a light under a bush, but you're going to be risen up later. Now this was a metaphor to talk about the truth and giving the truth out that Christ was using. That's what it's talking about. But we are the salt of the earth, man. We can't be here. Go ahead.
And giveth it light unto all that are in the house.
And it gives light to everyone. That fruit that they pick, it goes into everybody's household, man. Everything listen, brothers like the fiesta, like R. Kelly and the salsa and all that came from the Hispanic tribes, man. And hot sauce, how the hell, when the last time you seen a red pepper? Hot sauce, our brothers, man. Judah love hot sauce, so do Benjamin. That you can contribute that to our Hispanic brothers, man. Light unto the whole house. The rodeos and all that. Come on, man. Read on.
Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works.
That's what we waiting on. That's what they've been doing this whole time. Letting their light shine. But we got to come back to the Lord and be in the truth, man, and follow the law, statutes, and commandments so they can see our good works. Go ahead.
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
And then we can glorify Yahweh. By what's heaven? It just slipped my mind. Bashemaiah. The what? Yahweh Ashar Bashemaiah. The Arafat Salakia. Yahweh Alahayanawa Ashar Bashemaiah. Yahweh our Father, which is in heaven, man. Our glory. The glory of the Most High. And the Hispanic tribes, though they going through hell, and though nobody even talks about them dying and them being in the goddamn cage, it's like nothing. Is just like something that's just happening in the earth right now. Though nobody gives a damn, the Irish UPK, we give a damn. Right. We don't give a damn about Jeffrey Epstein. Who the hell is he? Some white pervert, so what? I don't give. Let him die in jail. Good, he hung himself. Good for him. But I worry about the Hispanics, my Hispanic brothers, man, that are dying. To hell with the white man. You the goddamn devil, man. And the only reason we even know about that bastard is because he's rich and white. That's it. Because I don't know who died today in ICE. We don't even know who died today in ICE, man. In ICE custody, in the immigration, in the detainee. Being a detainee to the white man, we don't even know who died today. But someone did, or someone's about to. We don't know who was raped last night, or who was beaten like a goddamn slave and dragged back into that damn cage and just left on it. Ain't no beds. You don't see no goddamn beds. That is concrete. To hell with the white. The white man is the goddamn devil, man. With that being said, we the ISUPK, start out of 1 West Harlem, 125th Street. Alright, Harlem, New York. We under Commander General Yohana since 1969. We've been teaching and proving that blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are God's chosen people according to the Bible, man. And this was the Let a Hebrew Speak. You tuned in with me. I filled in for General Isaac Young and Captain Akkad Abaraya. Shalom.
War in your wicked hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back and learn breath. Plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. Night never lukewarm. Shit I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I be. Now they walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make the weak. Nah, it won't make the slack off. These niggas baby fat, so I better bear with it, so back off. I be putting this shit like Santa Claus. Dumb dogs all bugged out. Behind me say I'm cut full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Fell so deep, and drowned a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? No, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body that lives and sleeping hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, tell them absolutely. And I ain't sure my ways with nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die on my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and a lot of she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they dead and far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 damn the 10 never cease. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was spilled. The lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me a honor had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day and day. Lie with a man, they better bring me blood and bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take them out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in this black trench on some hitman shit. She called it 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king.